I would say that keep your eyes open for any cracks that are appearing in your foundation walls. Keep your eyes open for any cracks that appear in your sheetrock walls, especially angling cracks that come off of the corner of windows and doors. Those angling cracks are a sign that something is really going on in the sheetrock. In the basement, if you have a vertical crack that is pretty much straight up and down, you have a settling crack. If you have an angling crack, then it's a crack that basically is in the basement foundation wall again. The angling cracks tell you that the walls are being pushed in. So become a little bit knowledgeable about those areas. When things get really complicated and you're beginning to wonder whether you need to do something, in our part of the area, especially in Johnson County, the engineer is the one who needs to prescribe the fix. And you can call all kinds of contractors to give you their opinion. Their opinion won't work to get the permit that's required to do a foundation repair. You have to get an engineer. So I always recommend that you do that. I get called a lot. I usually tell them 3 or 4 engineers that I think are really good. We don't have an engineer on our staff. We consider that a conflict of interest. An engineer works for the customer. Doesn't work for the salesperson. So recommend that you always start out by getting a good structural engineer to come and look at your situation. You don't have to have a structural engineer for waterproofing, but you definitely need to have a structural engineer for foundation repair. That will help you be certain, because if you get 4 or 5 contractors coming out, they're probably all going to give you a different idea of what needs to be done. And then you're going to be confused, and because it's not what you do, I'm sure. So recommend that you take those kinds of precautions when you're beginning to be concerned about it. The fee for structural engineers is not really prohibitive. A lot of times people are terrified to do anything because they think an engineer is going to wipe them out, and they won't. And they'll give you a written report that tells you what needs to be done. And that report will be necessary in order to secure a permit from the city in order to do your work.